don't think that's just unique to women. I think people do that because I was chuckling as you said it because I've come in contact with men who they're just obtuse about certain things. Like they know what they know and that's that. And I think that just is up to the individual. I do get your point though. And again, I'm not an astrology girl or crystals and rocks and whatever else.
Well,
That's not me. So
can you please speak to real quickly? I know we got to move on. Why do you think that over 80% of crystal sales is women? And even though I think right now, population wise, there's more men. And then and as far as astrology goes, that's down to about over 80% by women.
The funny part though is that I think it's like that because women are feminine. Like that seems like a feminine thing to do. Like I don't know how familiar you are with like yoni and things like that. Like even the herbs and stuff that we use to steam our vaginas, like that is a woman thing to do. If we want to use rose quartz on our skin, it's just a girly thing to do. Like it's not, everything isn't for everybody. And when it comes to crystals and herbs, that's us all day. Like with girls.
What you're saying about the body parts part, I don't know anything about it. If it has some kind of therapeutic or medicinal value, then hey, I'm all for it.
I mean, it's from an herb standpoint. So yeah.
But if somebody says that when I do this to this particular anatomical structure, it means that I'm closer to my ancestors, then I'm like, okay, hey, tell me where you're getting that from. Where are you getting that from? Is it a book? Is it a book? Is it a study? I want to know where this is coming from. Because if I'm going to lead you spiritually, I'm going to be overseeing what goes in and out of my household, not just physically, but also spiritually, mentally.
I mean, I would say if she's an American, then perhaps she's been sold on the theory or she's a follower. If she's from a different country, then I'm going to let her have it because not all religions are the same. Like I know for a fact that a lot of people move different ways, even just, in different countries. So it all just, it's just a melting pot of different stuff. Now, to be obtuse to anything to me is, that's horrible. Men, women, whatever. If you're going to be not open to learning or growing or evolving,
can I ask you a question, Tracy?
Yes.
Are you open to 2 + 2 = 3?
Not particularly, but if you can convince me, I'll give you a shot. I said not particularly, but I will give you a shot to convince me. Like I'll give you a shot.
Yeah, and I'm 100%. I'm very similar to you in that way. My point is just saying, we can go ahead and move on. So I'm just kind of summing it up. We're talking about one of the big ways that I've seen in the singles market of where it's hard to lead the feminine as the masculine is whenever you can't have those conversations about the most important things to human existence, which is our respective philosophies and worldviews and spiritual beliefs.
Yeah, got comments. Shay So Golden has laughing emojis. All right, so let's move on to the next video.
Save a battle.
All right, here we go.
It's what I want to do for black people is to teach them how to think, because that's a possibility that I'm wrong too. I don't know if what I know is the truth, but I know that shit that they taught black folks is a motherfucking lie. If you really knew the things that I hate and the people that I hate is the people that black people love the most. Can I say it?
Say it.
I don't like preachers and politicians. There's a few preachers that I like and I think they're cool, but we got the form of Christianity that we have in America right now from the people that hated us the most. They didn't want you on earth. Why would they give you the key to heaven? One of the reasons why I'm sort of backing up from some of the stuff that I know is true, it's because a lot of people don't want the truth.
Facts.
Like if we start waking up and we really become conscious, then we're gonna start loving ourselves and start realizing that they've been lying to us all the fucking time. There ain't no fucking hell. Like God know exactly the situations that we're in. We have lessons to learn, but even the fact that we think there's a devil. If you think God is omnipotent, duality is a fucking lie. If God created the devil, why would you even speak of the devil, even if the devil fucking existed? See, the reason why they give you the devil is because you'll never admit that you the fucking devil. So if you blame it on an outside entity, something outside of yourself, then you would never fix you. When I fixed me, my life changed. It wasn't no fucking devil. It ain't these crackers. It ain't none of that shit. It's me.
Chris?
All right. Do you agree with the video? Yes. Let's go around the room. We're gonna get everybody to answer yes or no, and then we'll come back around and y'all can explain why. So we can start from Chris all the way down to Tracy to Derek Vulcan. Yes or no first, and then we'll come back around for why.
I would say I do not agree with pretty much what I could understand of him and what I was trying to get from what he was saying. I don't necessarily agree.
So no?
No.
All right. So let's get to Tracy.
I don't agree with his conclusion, but I love his process.
Okay, interesting. All right. So Derek?
Yeah, I'm with Tracy. There are pieces of it that I absolutely agree with him. And then there's parts that I'm like, nah, bro.
Vulcan?
If I have to just say a yes or no, I'm gonna go with no. But to Derek and Tracy's point, I do think that he does highlight some points that I'm a big critic of as well when it comes to certain religions.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say the same thing. No, a majority no, but when I'm thinking about it, I have to say yes and no.
Yeah.
But it's simple as I say no. I'm gonna start it off. I took some notes on here. Now he said in the beginning, I don't know if what I know is all true, right? And then in the same video he says, but I know that whatever these folks are teaching black folks is a lie. I was noticing the contradiction. Now I know this video's chopped up. I'm a digital creator, so sometimes you chop up the best pieces, but it is the same interview. Now, I will say this: you are able to, if you don't know the truth, it's going to be difficult for you to know what's a lie. I'm not saying you can't. You can know some certain falsehoods, but it's going to be difficult for you to know what a lie is if you don't know what the truth is. All right, so that's what I got for that. We can start off with Chris with the why.
I guess, like I said, I mean, I know this. Obviously, this topic is going deep into religion, which I know with some people. Obviously, a lot of people have different views. And I understand that I've heard from a lot of my other friends saying how I've heard a lot of people say they want to rebel against Christianity because they feel like that's what the white man forced upon them during slavery. I actually had my father actually told me one of his coworkers, I think it's from Nigeria, and he was actually saying that his family knew and learned about Christianity way before that even happened. He's like, so it's not something that he said. That's not something that was forced. He said that's something that they were already learning of. But I mean, from what he was saying, like, of course, there are some preachers, yes, that do good, and there's some that, yes, that have flaws to them. But obviously, I feel like a preacher is just another human being. They're going to have flaws. They're going to have things that they slip up on. So not all preachers are perfect, even though they are preaching the word. So I feel like I don't judge too hard when it comes to that. So, but I'll let someone else go ahead.
All right, let's go with who's after him. Tracy. Let's go with Tracy.
So I said I don't agree with his conclusion, but I do agree with his process. So his conclusion, which was that, religion is just not religion. It's just not for you. Christianity isn't great. I disagree with that. I think that obviously Christianity, not obviously, but I do agree that Christianity is real. I think, I believe in God. I believe in the Son of God, all of that. However, I love the way that he thinks as far as him saying things like he wants people to be able to think for themselves. He wants people to be able to ask those questions and, dig into something and be open to growing and changing something that you may have thought you've known your whole life. Like, I can appreciate that quality in anybody. So that's why I was with him.
All right, Derek.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with the premise that we've been lied to by a lot. But there's a lot of things we've been lied about that we could prove. So it's like, okay, yeah, you're right. They did lie about that. They did lie about how many months we got. They did lie about this. They did lie about that. None of that has anything to do with what we know to be true, what we can, what we can prove. I do like something that he said with the devil. I mean, obviously, if God said there's a devil, there's a devil. But I do think 90-something% of the time, it's you doing the act that the devil's happy with. It ain't nothing on the outside of you. It's you that did that. And so I do agree with him. He said once he realized it was him and not some outside thing. I mean, not that we're talking about demon possession and all of that kind of stuff, but I like the fact that he mentioned it. Get yourself right. But yeah, he was kind of convoluted. He's right. He doesn't know the truth, but he had some good points.
Sorry to interrupt, but I was going to speak on something. I saved a video on Facebook